again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth kitchen today, and this is a short video to show you how to make marzipan. So I made my very own marzipan back in 2020 from beginning to end, so it doesn't always go the way you think it will. Making your own marzipan is quite difficult because it does get very oily, so you have to try not to touch it too much. But I did manage to do it, and I did cover my cake in it, and it went very well. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Let me know if you enjoy it. Okay, see you on the other side.
Hello, Sue here again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth kitchen, and I hope you're all well and not going too mad in the weird world we're now finding ourselves living, and I hope you're trying to have as normal Christmas as possible. Anyway, today I want to carry on from the other day where I was going to show you how to make the marzipan for the cake. But first of all, I just need to show you the cake, because in my other video, which will be linked on here somewhere, these 3 videos will be linked together, or 4 videos I think, and I need to just show you the result of the cake that I made the other day, the actual Christmas cake. So I have the Christmas cake here. So it would have paid to have put it in a smaller tin. I didn't have one, so it's come out a bit sort of shallow, but never mind, it looks and smells amazing. And I've done it 2 days ago, and I have been feeding it with some brandy since then. So it's going to be very alcoholic, I think. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what it actually looks like now. I've got it turned upside down at the moment because I've been feeding it the brandy. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells good. Smell that. Anyway, and now I'm going to just turn it over because it's actually finished, but it would have helped if it had been in a sort of smaller tin, because it's come out quite low, but it doesn't matter because it looked really pretty when we revised it. So it's not like a really thick cake, it's come out quite thin, but never mind. So what I did was, after I took it out the oven, well, you have to leave it in the oven, and you just turn the oven off and you let it cool down in the oven. So I had to leave it till the following morning and then take it out the tin. And then I've pricked loads and loads of holes in it, whoopsie, loads and loads of holes in it with a skewer, you know, like what you use for barbecues, one of them really thin skewers. And I've just pricked it with that. If you haven't got a skewer, you could just use a fork, I suppose, or a toothpick. Yeah, that would do. And then prick it all over the top and all over the bottom, and then you get a tablespoon, and you can just feed it with whatever drink you want. So it's usually rum, brandy, or sherry. I did put sherry in the cake, but I fed it with brandy. So this is going to be a really alcoholic cake, because also in the marzipan I'm making, I don't have any almond essence. So what I'm going to use is Disaronno, which is a really nice almond liqueur. So I'm going to be using this instead of almond essence, because I don't actually have any almond essence. So that means that there's 3 lots of alcohol in this cake. But you don't need to put any of that in. You don't need to feed it. You can just wrap it and keep it in storage until you're ready to put the marzipan on. Or you can just, at the beginning of when I made the cake, instead of using sherry, you could just use some milk. So you don't have to have any alcohol in it whatsoever. But it is Christmas, and I don't really make alcoholic cakes most of the time. So this one is going to be very alcoholic. So you won't need many slices of this cake to feel a bit tiddly. So I just wanted to show you the cake before I got on with the marzipan that we're making today. So what I done the other day was, you might have seen it on my previous video when I was making the cake, that I showed you a tray with some almonds on it, and I blanched the almonds myself. And all you do to blanch almonds is just put them in a bowl of hot water, let the water cool down, then you just pick up the almonds and push them through your fingers and thumb like this, and the skin comes off, and that is blanched almonds. And then the process after that was to dry them out. So I literally ground them up first before I dried them out. So I just you know, put them in one of these little machines. Hold on, I'll just show you. one of these that you have a blade in, and that ground them up. And then I put them on a tray, and I put them in a low heat in the oven, okay, to dry them out. So this is what we've been left with. So we've now got this this almond meal, right? So you've made an almond meal, which is what you can buy in the shops. You can buy an almond meal online, and you can make marzipan with that. But the trouble is, when you make this almond meal, the smell of the almonds actually goes out of the almonds. So it smells more like breadcrumbs, like cake. It smells like cake. So you need to put the almonds flavour back in. So this is where the Disaronno comes in. So that's why we've got it. So I'm just just wipe that. Anyway, so first of all, what I wanted to show you was the amount of ingredients that we're going to use for this cake. So I'm just going to run through the ingredients for you before we start putting it together, okay? Okay, let me just put my glasses on. So if there's any points that you don't understand, just leave me a message below and I'll explain it, okay? If you don't understand how to make this almond meal, I'll explain it to you more in depth, okay? So to coat the top and sides of the cake with marzipan, you have to use, instead of 110 grams, you use 175 grams of icing sugar, and then you need 175 grams of caster sugar, and you need 350 grams of ground almonds, which is roughly 12 ounces, so that's what I've got in here. And then you need some almond essence, which we're using the Disaronno, and 3 egg yolks. So I've already done the egg yolks in here, so you don't have to waste time doing that. And I just wanted to give you a hint here, because it's something that I do, and you might want to do it too. So if you have a grinder that grinds spices and stuff, which I do have, which you see me use quite a few times, you can grind your own different sugars. So all I do is buy one of these big packs, or just, you know, your normal standard size pack you can buy in the supermarket. If you don't have any caster sugar and you don't have any icing sugar and you have a grinder, you can just grind them to the different, like what you need. So in this bowl, I've used my granulated sugar, because I don't buy special sugars anymore because they're really expensive. So this one I bought up the road in the garage, and I think it's like £2 something, which is really expensive, and just some powdered sugar, I think. So what I do is I just grind up my own sugar with these big packs that I buy. So in here I've actually ground this up to be caster sugar. So that is the same as caster sugar now. So you just grind it to the right. It takes about 2 seconds. It's really quick. And to make icing sugar, you do the same thing. So here I have really powdery icing sugar, just made from granulated sugar. So I don't have to go out and buy different packets of sugar for when I'm making cakes and icing and stuff like that. So just a hint, if you haven't got a grinder, it might pay, if you make a lot of cakes and you do a lot of icing and you use a lot of caster sugar, you might want to go and buy yourself and confectionery, you might want to go and buy yourself a little grinder. So we've got this little Bosch one we've had for years and years. The top broke, but you can just use a spoon to make it work. That's what I do. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that, because you don't need to go out and buy these. And if you're icing a cake, you need a lot of icing sugar, usually more than 1 pack, okay? But you need some icing sugar to help you make the marzipan with. But you could have just made a bit more of this icing sugar. But I just happened to have bought this pack of icing sugar the other day. So I've got it already. But usually it's quite expensive, isn't it? Icing sugar and caster sugar seem to be more expensive than granulated sugar. You just grind it up to the right, where you need it. It's really simple. So I found that out when I was just grinding it one day, and I was using it to do something, and I thought, actually, I've just made icing sugar. I never have to buy it again, so I don't. Anyway, so there you are. Just a little bit of knowledge for you, okay? So anyway, we're going to mix it all together now. So I've never made marzipan in my life, so this should be interesting. Oh dear, dear, dear. So first of all, we need to blend the icing sugar with the other ingredients. It is a good idea to add the second egg yolk rather slowly. Well, we haven't even added the first egg yolk yet, let alone the second one. So we need a bigger bowl. I need another bowl. So I just went and got a bowl. So we're gonna, so it says, I'm gonna read the instructions properly today. Blend the icing sugar, which is this, into here with the other ingredients. Okay, so that must mean the other sugar. Add the second egg yolk rather slowly, since ground almonds vary a great deal. If you are fresh and moist, it absorb the mixture. The mixture should be like a soft dough. Okay. Right, so basically it just means add it all together in the bowl. And add the second egg yolk rather slowly. So we must put the almonds meal in here and the other sugar. It doesn't say not to do it any differently. So we're just going to add so why does it not just say to put it all in together? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Weird. Anyway, so we'll get a spoon here, I feel. I think I need a wood spoon. And we just mix these together first before we put in the egg yolk and the Disaronno. I do like Disaronno, so I might have a little drink of it. Anyway, so we'll just do that. Might have to put this through a sieve. No, that'll be alright. Come together. Yeah, it's not really, it's just because it's got a little bit damp in the kitchen here because it's quite cold in this kitchen. Right, so what we're going to do is just add a little bit of this. If I can open the lid, guys. It's not been opened yet. Yeah, can't open it. Okay. Okay, can't open it. Why can't I open it? Can't open it. Won't open. Huh? Alright, I'll put it under hot water. Hello again, sorry about that. I had to go and open the Disaronno. It wouldn't open. I think it's because it's new and I haven't opened it. That's the first time it's ever been opened, and oh, I can see what the issue is now. When they put the label on it, it's actually inside the lid bit, it got stuck. So anyway, it's done now. Oh, it smells very almondy, so this should make it smell like almonds. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. We can always add more and see if that makes it taste like almonds again. Okay, so I'll put that there. And then we're going to add one of these eggs yolks, and then we're going to mix it up. So this should be interesting. I've never made marzipan before. So have you ever made marzipan? I'm going to add another one. Oh, I'm going to add more because this one's broken anyway. I think we will need them all. What does it say about it? Hold on. So we're mixing that up with the egg yolk. Seems very dry to me. So this is going to work. I soon see. Might have to add some more Disaronno. Bring it together a bit. It smells nice. Right, what's it say here? I need to read what it says here. So we might need a bit more egg yolk. Yeah, I think we might actually. I'll just do it with my hands. I might use a bit more of this. Like a couple of more tablespoons. It'll be very alcoholic. And then we'll see if we need to add another egg yolk. Oh, it smells good now. Might be alright now. I'm just going to use my hands now to bring it together. Right, let's see if it works. If not, we'll put another egg yolk in. Because the almonds did dry out a lot. I did actually go out in the garden and do something while it was in the oven. But it was only on a really low heat at the bottom of the oven. It smells really delicious. I wish you could smell it. It does smell really nice. I think I might use just one more egg yolk. It looks like we could do with it. And I think it will come together then. So let me just do the egg yolk and I'll be back in a second. Now. Hello again. I just put another egg yolk in. Hold on, I need to take my glasses off. I put another egg yolk in and it's definitely coming together now, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of icing sugar on this tabletop here. Just move this bit of paper up here. Because it seems to be coming together now. And you just sort of knead it together like dough, I think. That's what you do. So I'm just putting a bit of icing sugar on here. And then we're just going to turn it out onto here. And knead it a bit, get it to come together. Okay, so that's what we're doing. This bit of icing sugar that's on the table isn't actually helping. It's sort of like, oh, I should have just used some of mine, what I made. That one seems to be a bit lumpy. Never mind, I have to do now because I've already done it. Let's hope it doesn't ruin my bit of marzipan. So we just get it all together with all the bits on the table and just keep kneading it a bit, which is what I'm doing right now, just kneading it a bit. Might have to grind up some icing. Might have to grind that icing up, it seems to be all lumpy for some reason. Must have got damp. Anyway, never mind, it's done now. So, can you see that? So there's the marzipan that I've made for the cake. So this should go on our 10-inch cake that I've made. And we're going to just put it on in a minute because I need to get this bit done. You know, you're supposed to put it in the fridge, but I think it'll be alright as it is. I just need to grind up some more icing sugar because this is, you've got to roll it out. So we need to roll it out. So that's that. Anyway, so that's the marzipan. This sugar that I just took out this packet is a bit lumpy. Never mind, I have to grind up some icing. Okay, so there's the marzipan. So what I'm going to do next, what does it say? Hold on, I've got to put the glasses on. It's a real pain in the bum. On, off, can't see what I'm doing. Right. It's very important the ice is not overhandled. Otherwise the oil from the ground almonds will come through. Never mind. The amount given would be sufficient. Tastes nice. Well, it doesn't say about leaving it, you know, in the fridge or anything. That's it. That's it made. So we're actually going to put it on the cake now. So I'll be back in a minute once I've cleared up and we're ready to put it on the cake, okay? See you again in a minute. Hello again, Sue back from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth kitchen, and I wanted to show you how to actually do the marzipan to put it on the cake now. So I had to grind up this icing sugar because in this packet that I bought, I'll show you that the icing sugar is all lumpy. Really not good. I've only used it once, so I'll just show you that it's all lumpy. So I'll tell you what I did. Okay, so if you get really lumpy icing sugar, sometimes you do, which is really lumpy, look at that. That's lumpy, all lumpy. Got all lots and lots of lumps in where moisture's got to it. But if you put it in a grinder, a coffee grinder like this, okay, or one that grinds up spices, you can just make it turn back like this. So it grounds out all the lumps, okay? And that's what I do with my granulated sugar to turn it into icing sugar. You just keep grinding it until it's turned into a powder. So if you think that your icing is ruined because it got lumpy and got a bit damp like this, and you have a grinder, just grind it up and it will come back to the icing sugar. Okay, I just thought I'd give you that little hint though, because icing sugar is quite expensive, as I just said. Anyway, we're ready to do the cake now. So we're going to roll out our marzipan, and we're going to use the icing sugar that I just ground up to put on our worktop. I'm just going to roll it up in a ball, and I'm just going to put it in the fridge for a bit. Okay? So I'll see you once it's gone a bit harder, so I can actually roll it out and put it on the cake. Okay? See you again in a minute. Bye for now. Bye. Hello, Sue back again from Sue's Dolbrodmaeth kitchen. And what I've done is that I had to put the marzipan into the freezer so it would go a bit harder so I can actually roll it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to do half the cake and then the other half of the cake because I can't pick it up off the board otherwise. And I want to get this done this evening. If I just left it in the fridge longer overnight, it'd probably be alright. But I want to show you tonight the cake with the marzipan on. So what I've decided to do is melt some honey, which I've just done here, and I'm just going to coat the cake with that so that the marzipan has something to stick to. So I'm just putting on a thin layer of honey onto the cake so it can stick to it. Okay, so that's that. Won't fuss over it too much round the sides because it's going to be covered up with one of them ribbon things anyway, so I won't be able to see it anyway. Even when I put the marzipan on and then I put the icing on, you still won't be able to see round the sides. So anyway, there we are. So I've just coated the cake with some honey, so I'll put that back over here while we do the marzipan again. So I've got the marzipan here, so I'm just going to cut it in half first, and then I'm going to work on half of it at a time. So I thought this might be a better idea. So there's the marzipan. So I ground up some more sugar for the icing, so I'm going to put a lot more sugar on the board this time. Let's see if that helps. And then try and just quickly do this before it starts warming up too much. So I'm just going to roll it out a bit and try and keep it in some kind of shape. And then I'm just going to put the icing on the top like you do with flour and just roll it out and not try and handle it too much. I mean, I have got a marble roller so it keeps nice and cool. So as long as you don't handle it too much, it should be alright. So just try and get this done. God, it's really hard because it's got quite solid now being in the freezer for a minute. But I tried to put it, I was going to put it in the fridge and then I thought, well, it's going to take so long to harden up, I better just pop it in the freezer a minute. So while that was happening, I made some sausage rolls as well, which me and my partner are going to eat in a minute. I think I need one after all this. So I'm going to do half the cake at a time, I've decided, because trying to pick up a great big lump of marzipan off this board is really hard. So I thought if I just do it half and then half, nobody's going to see the marzipan anyway because it'd be underneath the icing. So that's what I'm going to do. So it keeps cracking as well because I need to keep it colder. It needs to be colder. But never mind, we're just going to do it. Just keep it free so it doesn't stick to the actual board, otherwise you'll never get it up. You'll never get it off. So that's it. So what we're going to do now we've managed to actually do this one half, so we just turn it one more time and make sure it sticks together. You can just push it together with your fingers, it's not a big deal. Anyway, so that's enough. So I'm going to get the cake off the plate and just put it here, and then just pull this over to the cake. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, that didn't work very well, but still, never mind. Yeah, I think it could have done with being in the fridge a bit longer. So what we're going to do is just make a rough repair. So what not to do, how not to make marzipan, I think I'm going to call this one. Anyway, it's nearly covered the whole cake. I thought it would just do half, but it's nearly covered it all. But you can just patch it up with the bits of marzipan, because remember, you're going to have the icing on this. As long as you don't do this with the icing. I like making icing that looks like snow anyway, you know, not all smooth, like rugged looking. I know the reason why now. Anyway, well, I think that worked quite well actually. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to yeah, that's alright. That's okay. That's good. I'm happy with that. So if you've never made icing before, just, well, you know, if you haven't never made marzipan and you want to try and make it, just try, just do it. I mean, what you got to lose? There we are. So I've done that side. I've only got this little bit to do, so I won't need all this. So we'll cut a bit off. We can actually make some little people out of that bit to put on the top. I don't know if I've got green colouring. Oh, actually I do. I've got loads of colouring, food colouring upstairs, like little bowls. So I can make all the little figures and stuff. That's a good idea, isn't it? So I'll put that with that, and I'll keep that bit of ice, that bit of marzipan to make all the little ornaments I'm going to put on the cake. So good thinking, eh? That was good, making extra. So we're just going to roll out this little bit now, just to fill out that gap. I think this was much easier. You could actually do it in smaller sections, I suppose, if you really can't get the marzipan to do what you want it to do. I think I manhandled the marzipan too much at the beginning, because the oil started coming out. Once the oil starts coming out, the marzipan. And also, I recommend that once you've made your marzipan, to put it in the fridge and leave it overnight before you use it. Me being impatient now, I've already wasted 2 days because I got busy doing other things. I never got back to the cake, so I'm a bit delayed. Oopsie, oh dear, we've gone a bit wrong there. Anyway, so I'm just going to put that bit there, and we're just going to make do and mend. So with all these bits, I'm just going to fill in all the gaps. So all you cake experts out there, I'm so sorry. You'll be looking at me making this going, oh my God, what is that woman doing? She's got no clue how to make a cake. Oh well, it'll be fine. There, see? It's alright. Then we cut this bit off here. I think my sausage rolls are nearly done. I need to check on them. Hold on a minute, I'll be back in a minute. So we're nearly finished doing the cake, the marzipan bit. So I'm just filling in the gaps with my marzipan. Oh dear, so funny. I find this highly amusing. I just love it when things go wrong. Anyway, I think that looks really cool. So I'm going to just trim it up around the edge. Make sure the marzipan's sort of tucked under it. And trim it up. Like that. And then we'll put it back in the wrapper. In the foil overnight in the fridge. And then tomorrow I'm going to do the icing. So that should be fun. And then I'll be making the people as well to go on the top. Well, you know, houses. Not houses. Little trees. Little things like that. Little, you know, like holly and the ball bits. They're really easy to make with marzipan actually. So it's good to make a little bit of extra marzipan because then you can keep it all to make all your little bits that you're going to put on top of the cake. And you can just use food colouring to dye them. So, you know, green and red, you know, there we are. So that's my marzipan to make all my little figures to go on the top tomorrow. So that will get put in the fridge. So there's the cake, and we've actually put on the marzipan now. Not super smooth, but it doesn't matter because the icing that I'm going to use is going to be like that, you know, to make it look like snow, because I like that icing. It's not going to be a smooth cake, it's going to be a sort of rugged cake, obviously, because I'm making it. So I'm going to put this back in the foil now, and then tomorrow we'll do the next bit. So we'll put it away, put it to bed, and put it in the fridge this time, and that should harden up the icing and the cake itself, because the cake itself is very soft right now. Because I haven't had it in the fridge, I've just had it wrapped up in foil on the worktop here for the past few days, feeding it with some alcohol. But now we've finished doing that process and we're on to this process. So we put it on this plate and that's it. So there we are. So there's the cake. So we're going to put it in the fridge and we're going to leave it overnight, and I'll come back again tomorrow and we'll do the icing and make the little figures, and then our cake, our Christmas cake, will be done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Things always go wrong when I make something. I don't care, right? The point of me doing these videos is because I really enjoy doing it, and if things go wrong I'm really not bothered, because I love making food, and whatever I make it always gets eaten anyway, because it always tastes good no matter what it is. So even if it comes out and it doesn't look right, don't worry about it, just eat it. Okay, don't waste food. I hate waste and I never waste anything. And with this marzipan, I'm glad I've got extra, because now I can make all the little things that go on the top tomorrow. So I'm really pleased, and I've got some food colouring, so that's really, really good. So remember my tips about the sugar, you know, and if you want to know any more hints and tips, just don't worry about cooking. It's not supposed to be a chore, it's supposed to be enjoyable. And if you don't enjoy it, then you shouldn't be doing it, unless you have to. But just, you know, just enjoy yourself cooking and laugh at yourself if it goes wrong. Just don't beat yourself up over it, because I don't. And I just really love doing it, and I hope you get some enjoyment out of me doing it again for you. And give me a comment below, a thumbs up, ring that notification bell to get notified anytime I put any videos up, and please subscribe to my channel and tell your friends and family about my channel, so you get notified and you get told every time I upload a video, and I'll carry on making them because I really enjoy making them. Look out for my mince pies. I'm not making the mincemeat, I'm just going to make some mince pies, so I will be making the pastry. And I'll be doing that in a probably maybe tomorrow or the day after. And I'm also going to make a Christmas pudding. I know it's a bit late in the day for a Christmas pudding because you're supposed to leave it for forever to stand around and, you know, get ripe and everything, but never mind, I haven't got much time to make the Christmas pudding. I'm going to make a Christmas pudding because I wanted to show you how to make a Christmas pudding, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoy my video, and see me again tomorrow to make the icing for our cake. And so bye for now, bye! So I hope you enjoyed that video of the marzipan making. Let me know if you've ever made your own marzipan. It's quite
fiddly, I found, because obviously if you touch it too much, it does, all the oil comes out of the almonds. So I found that handling it was quite difficult, and that you have to have it very, very cold. But then it's very, very difficult to roll out. So marzipan, if you can just buy it, probably easier than making it yourself. But I did want to make it myself because I wanted to make this video with the Christmas cake, the marzipan, and in the next video, the icing. So I hope you enjoy this, and let me know if you've ever made your own marzipan, or do you just buy it? Yeah, it's much easier that way, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching. Please give me a like and a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed this video, and here is the connection to the next video. Bye.